shirt on you. Trying to turn the video off now since...
No, you can edit out parts.
Alright, y'all. This is it. I feel like I'm gonna cry even more.